We're feeding channel catfish today. This is our feed blower. It's rigged up, it's got a motor on it with a blower. We can actually just crank it up, pull a string, and it actually feeds the fish for us. So as soon as they hear the blower, they know that it's time to eat. Saves your back having to throw all the feed out by hand.
For Cody Talley and the rest of the crew at the Dundee Fish Hatchery, feeding the catfish is something they are more than happy to do again. For 4 years here, there were no fish to feed.
Well, yep, we had a big hiccup in production due to water supply. There was a very big drought in 2011, so we discontinued production here just because we didn't have availability to water, and that continued until just last year.
The Dundee facility is one of 5 freshwater hatcheries across the state. Dundee produces mostly striped bass, hybrid striped bass, and catfish. The hybrids and stripers are stocked in reservoirs across the state. The catfish end up in state park and community fishing lakes.
Yeah, got a big one.
That's what I'm talking about.
We could target as many as 2 million striped bass and hybrid striped bass fingerlings just from this facility in a year. When we produce catfish, that would be as many as 100,000 or more in a year.
But several years of drought meant the Dundee hatchery shut down for the first time since it opened in 1927.
All of our hatcheries operate off water rights that can be cut off. So we were without water and didn't operate. Last spring, there was plenty of rain. The water levels in the lakes came up, so we began operations. Starting up is a bit of a process. It is steps and stages. Personnel have to be reallocated and then hired and then trained to do their job. Equipment has to be started and repaired, and all those things take a little bit of gearing up to get going full speed.
It will take several years for the hatchery to get back to full production. In the meantime, engineers are looking at the possibility of water reuse. That should help the hatchery continue operations in times of drought. That's good news for the people who work here and for anglers across the state.
Oh, Ursula! Golly, that's a huge one.
The Dundee Hatchery is a big part of the Inland Fish Hatchery program, and we can produce more fish and better support fisheries when this hatchery is operating. So we're very happy to have it up and running.
This project was funded in part by a grant from the Sport Fish Restoration Program.